Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back for another fun REMNANT 2 build video. With the recent Halloween event and with all the new mutators, we got one that really piqued my interest. The new Spirit Healer Mutator is just insane. You can already spam mods very quickly, and with this new mutator, you get so much healing that you will never need to use relics again. Of course, I love to make tank builds as it's just one of those playstyles that I enjoy the most. And this build is no exception. You can just see how much you can heal with the new mutator. It's that good. I have fought so many bosses and I've hardly used my relics to heal myself. My goal for this build was to become a tank without using any relics. We also got some recent changes made to some of the rings which make this build even better. So let's get right into it. You can choose whichever class that you like. Choosing the medic and the archon can be one of the better options if you want a bit more oomph in your healing or your mod regen. Other than that, you can go with whichever class that you like. I definitely liked using the archon, the alchemist, the summoner and the medic in most of my runs. With the alchemist we can have a lot of concoctions active, with which we can survive almost anything that the bosses can throw at us. The summoner and the engineer do seem to do extra damage because of some bug when we use the spirit healer mod. So they will do extra damage in this build that I'm showing right now, but once it's patched, you can still use these two classes. The damage that you may be seeing from these classes in these videos may be a bit higher than what you may get, but that's just because of this bug. Once it's patched, it shouldn't be a problem. For the armor, I went with the leather Mark 1 as it has the highest armor value. And just for the gloves, we used the labyrinth ones since as of right now, they have the most armor. For the relic, we used the tranquil heart, just for the passive healing that it offers. For the fragments, we add in the healing effectiveness, health and grey health rate. As for your weapons, the important one is going to be the Enigma with your Spirit Healer mod. We get 7 charges for this mod and you can stack up a tremendous amount of healing as you can spam all of them at once. You get 5% health with every 300 mod power that you spend. And since the Enigma has 7 charges and your mod costs are 450 each, you can get a ridiculous amount of healing when you unload all of your 7 charges. Let me show you how good it is. The mutator says that you get 5% health with every 300 mod power that you spend. So as you can see, when I use my first charge, I get around 1.78 health per second. That is because I used 450 mod power, so it's equal to getting 5% health back in 5 seconds. Then when I use the second charge, I get 3.57 health per second. And that is because I had an extra 150 mod power for my last mod charge, and then on top of that I added in another 450 mod power. So altogether on my second charge, I used 600 mod power, so now I'm getting 10% health back over 5 seconds. Every second mod charge I use gives me back more healing than the first. It all racks up so fast when you're fighting, as you can build up those mod charges so quickly that it becomes literally impossible to die. As you keep on spamming the mods, you get more and more healing each time, making it now one of the best ways to stay alive in the game, as you don't need to depend on relics at all. For your other weapons, you can take whatever you like and run whichever other mods that you prefer. Then for the amulet, I have 2 recommendations for you guys. One of them is the Necklace of Flowing Life and the other one is Spirit Wisp Amulet. Since you spam so many mods, you can use this to have your skills up and ready all the time, like your stone skin on your alchemist or anything else that you may like to use. Then for the Necklace of Flowing Life is a fun one. This increases our grey health conversion by 100%. So basically all the attacks enemies will deal will turn to grey health. Then whenever a grey health conversion occurs, we will gain 5 times the amount as mod power. So what this means is that as soon as you take a hit, all that HP will be converted to grey health, and the harder the hit you take, the more mod power you'll get back. As you can see, even when I don't use the Archon class, you get mod power back so quickly as we can take hits to gain mod power back instantly. This build works great no matter what amulet you go for. As for our rings, I use the hardcore metal band to have my 5 stacks of bulwark at all times, since you'll be taking hits left and right. Then I use either the Ring of Crisis for some extra survivability or Stone of Malevolence for extra mod power regen. It is up to you what you should go for. Personally, I prefer the Stone of Malevolence as you can always use that extra mod generation as your weapons provide better healing anyway. But the Ring of Crisis can be useful in some situations, such as the Ravager fight when he sucks you in. That's where the Ring of Crisis is the better option, so choose whatever will work best for you. Then for the next 2 rings, these did get a slight buff in the recent update, so they are a lot stronger than before. We use the encrypted ring and the ring of grace. These two rings give us a lot of additional healing. We can regenerate 105% of health over 30 seconds with just these two rings alone. It may look like 105% health regen is very slow over the 30 seconds, but with our healing effectiveness and our grey health regen, we can survive bosses with just these two rings alone. Even if you get stun locked, you can survive with these two rings constantly giving you health. These effects will never wear off. It's basically an infinite health perk. As for your traits, it will depend on what class you go with, but triage and fortify should be a priority. Then you will need vigor, bark skin, regrowth, and bloodstream to get that passive health regen even higher and a damage reduction as well. If you have points left over, go for Siphoner as you will get lifesteal, and also blood bond if you do happen to use a summon. And that is it for the build, guys. This new mutator and the buffs to some of these rings really make for a powerful tank build. Even fighting the Ravager while being infected with bleed, I was still able to out heal its attacks. I'm sure this mod can be a standard to have on your weapons as the healing is just good, and hopefully they fix the bug, cause the summons is just doing way too much damage while this mutator is equipped. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed the build, and I will leave some gameplay for you guys to check out the build in action, and I hope you all are excited for the DLC coming out this month. I will catch you all next time.